As a casual Friday, we're keeping it as casual as possible, even though I am terrified about the conversation that we're about to have. Now, science has proven that having children changes women, both physically, mentally, and otherwise. And we're joined by two ladies that are not just going to talk the talk, they have walked the walk. First of all, we have Aisha Edeko, so beautiful. Good morning. And for Mrs. Florence, how are you doing?
I'm fine. Good morning.
Good morning.
Like, who don't want to be like them when they're mothers?
First of all, okay, we had the conversation on this conversation before now, and I was terrified and scared and worried. I couldn't sleep that night.
Joyce, I'm just crossing my fingers and hoping I don't just change my mind on becoming a mother.
No, you don't have to do that. You don't change your mind.
Okay, so I'm gonna just throw the first question into the house now. Okay. How has it been since childbirth?
It has been fun, challenging, amazing, and frustrating.
That's the word.
Wow. How you got it?
Frustrating. Now, why frustrating?
Yeah. Frustrated when they are babies.
Okay, tell us about that.
Yes, the sleepless nights. Yeah. You want to sleep. That's when your baby is awake. The baby is whining. You've changed the diaper. You're giving the baby food. You are frustrated because you don't know what next to do.
Like, what does this baby want?
I'm like, what does this baby want? You know? And the baby doesn't want to sleep. It's night. And it's like the night is their morning. And you want to sleep. Then during the day, the baby is sleeping. When you have things to do, you have to start doing chores. And maybe you have to go to work. So when it's time for you to rest, the baby's awake. So it's really, really frustrating. Then it's challenging when they are now grown. Like my first son is a teenager. You want to instill values. You want to instill morals on these children. And like you're doing all you can, but you're not seeing what you're doing and like they're going the other way. So it's challenging and you have to try because you want them to be good. You want them to be responsible, and you have to put all you have as a mother.
Yeah, and as a mother, you try to protect your child. You understand? You discipline them. You go an extra mile in satisfying them, like sacrificing so many of your needs and wants with the needs and wants of your child.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you see something as a lady, you know. Before you got married, you were, you see before now, but now, this thing. So there's some things, you know, you would like to buy, things that you used to get then. You cannot do them like the way it used to be before. Your children is, children are the number one priority.
Yeah, they come first.
They come first. A woman that doesn't do that is not a good mother.
Wow.
Your children should come first to whatever you're doing.
Okay, so I want to ask this question, right? When I was in secondary school, I had this proprietress. That time she was the admin before she became the proprietress.
Okay.
She used to be so strict, and then she had a baby. And as soon as she had a baby, she outlawed flogging in the school. A teacher that flogs a child is going to get fired.
Yes. Wow. Do you know the pain I went through?
At least what do you think caused that mindset change?
Yeah. When I was giving birth to my child,
Tell us about
the pain I went through wasn't easy. You know, sometimes, okay, I have 2 kids now. The first one, when I had that, the pain I went through wasn't easy like that. So I was like, hey, my mommy gave birth to 9. How did she cope? How did she pass through all this pain? In my mind, I was like, I think this one is okay for me. That this pain, and if this baby grows up, any teacher that really I thought of it, any teacher that will beat this child, because I can remember the pain I went through. You know, you share your body with your baby for 9 good months. Wow. You felt your baby's heartbeat, the movement.
Yeah.
So there's this bonding, there's this love. I can't just
you.
Yeah, I can't just, you know,
and the baby.
Imagine somebody beating up my child like that. But I think now
You've outgrown that?
Yes, I've overgrown that.
Okay.
They should beat them because
Yes.
they should beat them to teach them more.
You're talking about your teacher now, and I want to talk about somebody that's very close to me, my husband. Like when he tells them, don't do this, and you know you have to discipline the child, spare the rod and spoil the child.
Yes.
Yeah, sometimes you beat them and you draw them close just to correct them. So when my husband beats them up, my husband beats them and I feel the pain. But I keep saying, yes, this child beats him very well. Alayo, the thing they pay me.
Yes, now.
You know, that kind of thing. But I want my child to be a better person.
Yeah.
So over time, I just try to take it in because the emotions, you know, that emotion in you now, that love you have for your child, that's mother and child bond, you know. So I like beat him very well, but deep down I still feel hurt because sometimes I beat them and sometimes I feel bad too when I draw them close.
Yes.
So it's like that. Now, you know, those days when we were growing up, the children are for everybody, for the society, but the society is changing over time. And now when you have your child, you tell your child, everybody trains up a child those days.
Yeah.
Your child misbehaved, the neighbor can beat your child up and like, yes, correct the child. The child is for everybody, not now. Like we don't take it.
Yeah.
Like my sisters, they can correct my child, my relatives when they come to the house, but to some extent, you have to use cane for the child. Don't hit the child in areas that are bad. So I always feel it, even when I want them to correct the child, because of that bond between me and my child.
Wait, speaking on the unconditional love mothers have for their children, like, is it because of this painful labor process that makes you bond so much with your child that it hurts you when they hurt the child? Is it because of this labor? Because I understand that fathers love their children too, but not as much as mothers. Is it because of the childbearing process?
Yes, it is, and I feel it's the way God made it. It's a natural thing, because you carry that child, you give birth to the child, and most times there's a way they do it, like, is the duty of the mother to raise the child, and most times the kids are close to the mother. When you breastfeed your child, there's this bond. The child looks into your eyes. You are the mother, you take care of the child, you bathe the child, you dress the child. So there's this bond between you and the child. The child is close to you.
But
So it's a
sometimes they end up being
natural
closer
thing.
to the father as well.
Yeah, it depends too
It's a
on the
natural-
individual. Yeah,
It's a natural thing. Even sometimes, when you look at this chicken, this hen, the way they protect their
Mother
child,
hen.
Yes,
you see, so it's the same thing like the way we protect
Yes,
our child,
most
we love our
mammals,
child.
yes,
The pain we go through during childbirth is not something, if I tell you, you will not want to.
Oh
give
yes,
birth
I
again.
just thought
You
of
won't.
that. My dog, when my dog gave birth to the first puppies. They were about 8 when she gave birth. If you see her eyes, and like a woman, I felt her pains too.
Wow.
The labor, you know, this pain and everything. When I saw her, I said, oh God, this dog, no, what you go through. When I saw her eyes and everything, and I see the way she protects her puppies. When this one goes that way, she uses her mouth, her teeth, she carries the puppy and brings the puppy back. So it's just natural.
It's
That's how
natural.
God made it. That's bond between mother and child. Even mammals, animals.
All right,
It's like that.
wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's look at it from this angle now. In this part of the world where we are, especially in Africa and of course in Nigeria, the primary care for the children rests on the mother. Now, as a new mother, there's a belief that you lose yourself in the process. Is this true?
As a new mother.
You
That's
lose
why
you lose your individuality. You're no longer who you used to be because you dedicated your full life.
Yes, because sometimes you will not have time for yourself. Like when I go to church, sometimes, okay, I go to church like 10 o'clock. Before my weekend, I sleep. I wake up late because I know I have to rest for the week, for my work to. So I make sure I attend to my kids first. I don't have time to make up. So sometimes when I get to church, my fellow girls, they will say,
Mama,
you didn't make up.
up.
In my mind, I say, you don't understand. I have to meet up to time. Like, sometimes even when I come to work, I don't make up because I have to take care of
don't have enough time.
my kids first before me. So there's no time. You don't have time. But sometimes I think you have to balance it. You do things before time, but it's not easy. It's not easy for us. That's why I think to me, mothers, they have to be strong. They have to be strong for their children, because if you are not strong, man, you won't be able to carry on, because like you said, you'll be frustrated.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like now, if I'm in the kitchen, I'm cooking, at the same time, my kids are small, 4 years, 5. at the same time, I'll be like, oh, this child is going to somewhere that is not supposed to go. I don't have eyes at my back. I'll start screaming.
Everywhere.
I'll start screaming, honey, please help me with these kids. Beg them. I can't do things at the same time. Sometimes that's why conflict starts. Sometimes my husband will help. Sometimes he doesn't.
The husband needs
so when
to
he doesn't help, then I will not be frustrated. That's when this quality of a mother comes in. You have to be patient also. You have to be patient in marriage. Number one thing in marriage for a woman. Patience. If you don't have patience, you use your leg to run away because it's not easy.
Well, I would say it's a stage.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a stage because when they are small, like me, I like socializing. I like going to parties.
Preaching to the choir.
So when my kids are small, like 8 months, 7 months, when you take them to party now, when you want to put one spoon in your mouth, they'll just do it like this. Everyone will be scattered and everything. So there's a stage I like, there's no point. If there's nobody in the house to take care of this child for me, I'm going. I'll just stay. You understand? So for that part, then there's another, like when they start growing, it's quite easy for me now because my kids are grown. I could leave them in the house now. So it's actually a stage. There's a point where like you don't even have time for yourself. You don't have time for yourself. You cannot socialize. You cannot do the things you want to do.
That's my stage now.
And there's another stage where the kids are grown.
Yes.
You could actually have time. You could socialize. And I can go to party without my children. I can leave them in the house and because they are big, they are grown, I can go for seminars. I can go for events, do what I want to do now because they are grown.
Yeah.
So it's quite different. It's actually stages.
Yeah. For young women like I and Juliet that haven't gotten to this stage yet, how do we prepare ourselves for this journey?
Okay, like me, before I got married, I actually prepared myself because I stayed with my sister. So I learned a lot.
Okay.
I learned how to change baby's diaper because there are some people that are married, they have baby, they turn the diaper upside down.
Yeah, that's the question I wanted to ask. Like, do you automatically just know how to do this thing? No, because if you give me a diaper, and I don't think I know the way around
to learn it. And if you don't know it, your first baby, at least you have elders around you, like mothers, they will assist you.
What about people that are not so fortunate to have their mothers around when they are nursing their babies?
Well,
when
you're pregnant, when you go for your antenatal, they teach
you all these.
They teach you all these. They teach you how to take care of yourself while pregnant and how to take care of your child, your baby too.
And even after,
they teach you a lot of things when you've put to bed.
Yeah.
They teach you how to do these things. And most times, if your mom is not around, your husband's mom will be around. Or maybe a sister. There's always somebody around that will help you for the first 3 months or the number of time the person can, and you learn from there. And apart from that, is that you have to be prepared emotionally. It starts from the mind. Everything we do is actually our mindset. You have to make up your mind like, oh, I'm married now. The next thing, kids will start coming. So you have to be prepared mentally. Yes.
Okay, so we're in the day and age of the career woman. And both of you are career women. How did you balance your career and your life after childbirth?
Okay, for me, it was really easy because my first job was flexible.
Okay.
Yeah, it was flexible for me. I'm talking my experience now. And my younger sister was with me. So it was quite easy for me after my 3 months antenatal. Is it 3 months maternity leave? Yes, that's the word. After my 3 months maternity leave, my sister is in the house. So she helps me. I leave the baby with her and I go to work. So it was easy for me until my third child, when she had to move on. So I had to resort to what's next. That's daycare.
Oh. Daycare. Let us talk about daycare in this country because I heard this gist. I don't know, Julie, I don't know if you've heard it.
Florence has a whole lot of experience.
Now, when you drop your babies in the daycare or in the crèche, you have to bribe the attendants.
Yeah.
If not, they will leave your baby.
You have to bribe teachers sometimes to attend to your child in school.
And sometimes I even heard that these daycare attendants, they maltreat the babies they are left with.
It's not as if they maltreat the babies. They have a lot of babies and they don't have enough staffs to attend to them.
So if you want the daycare personnel to attend to your child well, I think you have to give them extra tips.
Why not
That's
just employ a
just the thing.
babysitter?
Because sometimes,
That's
let me
another
say
one, oh.
mine. Like
I don't want to even go there to talk about my
there was a
experience
time.
with that one.
Okay, like there was a time I go back from work. I went straight down there to pick my baby. Then she was 9 months. That's my second child. Then I now saw poo
On a diaper.
on a diaper. I was mad. I was just, why? I pay you for this. So why are you doing this? So why did you remove? I have
Okay,
extra
imagine how
diaper.
uncomfortable the baby
Yes,
will be.
I have extra diaper in the bag. So why didn't you change this baby? Well, I think it's so annoying sometimes. Well, and I learned not to talk to them anyhow, because when you talk to them anyhow, they will treat your child anyhow.
Wow.
So that's just the thing.
It's not
You
easy
talk to
that
them
way.
with, even if they do anything wrong, still talk to them. Because now you're picking the deal. You don't know. You'll be at work. They will now be beating your child. So you have to treat them fine too.
Like when my sister left, I actually got somebody that was staying with me. She was 12 years old. My experience with her was terrible. That was when I made up my mind. Let me just quickly say this. Parents should teach their children sex education is very important. Yes.
I would like to
even
hear
if
the
it's
story. What happened?
even if it's a male. You know,
happened?
my fourth son was 5, second was 2, and I was pregnant for my third
Yes.
child when I brought her to assist with the house chores because
Yes.
it was really hectic for me then. And my son, I went to work, my husband went out and we came back and my son said, Odion, marry me. And I said, how did Odion marry you? He went to her room and he lied on the bed and was doing the upwards and downwards movement and
Can you
said she
imagine?
married me like this. And we talked to her and everything. Then she repeated it the second time and I had to send her away. So from them, I was like, don't worry, I'll support you. Let's just try and work together and raise the children. So since then, I didn't bring anybody else. So it's terrible.
You have to teach your
You
children
have to
sex
teach your
education.
children. I saw something online yesterday. Let me just quickly say that before we move on. It was a man sharing the story of why you need to teach your children the proper name for private parts.
Okay.
He said he was a teacher, and a 6-year-old girl told him that her uncle ate her cookie. And he didn't understand what she was saying. That she told him almost every morning that my uncle ate my cookie. And so for when they had parents teachers conference, he made a joke to the girl's mother that how is that your brother that likes biscuits a lot? And the mother was like, how she doesn't. She was like, you're like you complaining that her uncle keeps eating her cookie. And the mother knew that she had taught her child that cookie is her vagina, and immediately knew that her brother for the past 6 months had been sexually molesting her child.
Oh my
in her
God.
house.
Can you imagine? Cookie.
So I feel like if that young child had been taught initially that this is called vagina, if she had told her teacher that her uncle was touching her vagina or eating her vagina, he would have known earlier enough. So I think this is a message to all parents. No matter how young your child is, you should always try to make sure you teach them sex education and the proper names for their private parts. Because if you're teaching them that it's called cookie at home, the person outside probably would not know that it's called cookie. And if they make a complaint, the person cannot decipher. But anyways, time is not really on our side. You have to start wrapping up. We need to know some tips and some hacks. Because I saw a video that said that if you feed your child ugi, and the baby is going to sleep through the night. Is it true? Is that one of the hacks that parents use?
It's hot hoagie. Hot hoagie.
So how do you prepare it to have the nutrients? Because it doesn't have a lot of nutrients naturally.
It does. It's better than those food that, what's it called?
Cerelac. Okay, like all the Cerelac stuff.
Because that's what I did. And luckily for me, my kids, they eat. You know, some kids, you have to force them to eat. And some kids, they select. You have to try a whole lot before you settle with one. But what I do is, I have a friend, actually, she helps me mix it. But in the house, I buy guinea corn, millets, yellow corn.
You mix them together.
I mix them together and I just grind and I do ogi.
And you fill them with.
And it was good there because we used to have lights. I'll just tie it inside cellophane one and put it in the freezer for like 3 months. It's there and it's still fresh. I just take one every day and I mix. I put crayfish, I put soya powder. Then I buy a naan 1, 2, 3. I don't have money for what's it called? SMA Gold.
Anything
And when I just feed my child like this, they are good.
I didn't really use ogi like that.
Okay.
But I try to use it. Like she said, I mix it with
That's our
millet
time.
and-
I don't know what they're
I
using
use
now anyway.
I use Cerelac, Friso Gold,
Okay.
but I make them hot. You know, when they use it, when they drink it, they sleep off, and while they're sleeping,
You are doing all that.
I'm also sleeping. No, it's when they're sleeping, I'm sleeping.
So when they are awake,
When
you
they're
have to
awake,
do
I'll
your
just
thing
back
for
them.
and
Yes,
do
I'll
other
back them or
things.
put
Good.
them in their swing. That's the thing.
Amazing. We're gonna have to wrap it up now. So I need some last words from. Let me start from Juliet. Your final thoughts on this conversation. What do you think? What's going through your mind?
You know, there's this recent trend on social media where they'll put a like probably a really cute video of a child online, and everybody will be like, "Oh, my
Baby
ovaries!
fever."
It is not easy. Your ovaries, your ovaries. If you
So you're laughing over your ovaries.
It is not easy to be a mother, and kudos to all mothers out there. Right now, I don't know, I'm still deciding on, but then kudos to
You
all
don't need to
mothers.
decide.
If
You
you
get
can do
married.
it, you can do it.
You do it.
You have what it takes. God
Yeah.
has given you everything you
Yeah.
need to be a mother. So go
My
there. and
people,
have kids.
that's what mothers will always tell you.
Yes.
It's okay.
That's what I told
And as a
myself.
mother, really, you have to be strong for your children. You should be a rock that your children can rely on. You should instill good morals, value, and you should make sure that they know the importance of self-worth. You should, if you're a busy mother, you should create time to play with them, have fun with them, create that bond with them. Try to equip them with, you work hard. Try to equip them with knowledge, skills, and ability. Because these days, this Nigeria no work now. So if you don't get the job, the white collar job, at least you can start your own business with your skills. Don't be a lazy woman. Be strong for your children. Don't be a liability. That's it.
Thank you so much. And Nancy Aisha, your final thoughts.
Yeah, you have to be there for your children because they need you. You have to show them love. You have to be patient with them. You have to instill values on them. You have to discipline them when they do the wrong thing and make sure they become responsible people in the society.
Amazing. Thank you so much. And as we all know, parenthood is the gift that keeps on giving. If you know you're going to go down this journey of parenthood, you have to make sure that you are completely prepared. Do not think that the knowledge is going to fall from the sky and hit you. Do not be ashamed to go out and read books, get information, talk to people that are already parents to make sure that you're prepared for the road ahead. So we're going to be here again tomorrow morning for the weekend rundown. We'll give you the top 10 of the craziest stories of things that happened in this past week. Just this morning, I heard that a 15-year-old boy in Jos faked his own kidnap to get 500,000 naira from his father to throw a graduation party. We're bringing you this story and so much more on the Weekend Rundown tomorrow morning by 10 a.m. My name is Joyce Chips. Thank you for joining us this weekend. Thank you to my wonderful guests. Thank you to Juliet. We'll be here again tomorrow morning. Have yourself a lovely weekend. Good morning.
Good morning.